Part 1. When two giants clash, Thailand versus Cambodia through the lens of buffalo versus lion. Why didn't they move? Why did two fully armed forces, staring each other down across a fragile borderline, refuse to fire the first shot? It's July 2025. Prava here. A narrow patch of earth, but a wide river of history. On one side, Thai troops entrenched in centuries-old claim. On the other, Cambodian soldiers standing firm in ancestral pride. Between them, a heat wave, a drone overhead, 100 loaded rifles, and silence. This isn't the chaos of war. This is the stillness before it. Like a lion and a buffalo frozen mid-stare. Both breathing heavily. Both aware of what comes next. If either one blinks wrong. Fear? Maybe. But more than that. Calculations. Both sides know that this isn't just a border. It's a trigger. And behind every soldier is a nation watching. A people waiting. A history boiling. Fire first, and you might gain the upper hand. But you also risk becoming the villain of the story. So they stand. Muscles tight. Radios silent. Hearts pounding. Like the lion that creeps close but doesn't leap. Like the buffalo that holds its line, daring the predator to make the first move. And here's the truth. This standoff is less about land and more about ego. Because sometimes, what stops the fight is not peace, but the unbearable cost of proving you were right. Welcome to Buffalo vs. Lion Explained, where wild instincts meet real-world reflections. In today's episode, we zoom in on a modern standoff that mirrors nature's fiercest rivalries. What happens when pride, power, and patience collide at the edge of war? Bullseye emoji, don't forget to subscribe if this wild journey sparks something in you. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Part 2, the terrain of tension, where history meets strategy. It's not just a border. It's a slope of stone and shadow, where every inch of ground carries echoes of empires. Pravahir Temple, perched on a cliff edge, has long been more than a sacred site. It's been a symbol, a flag planted in the past. And like two bulls eyeing the same patch of grass, Thailand and Cambodia both call it theirs. But what makes this terrain truly dangerous isn't just its history. It's the way it funnels movement and traps ambition. From the Cambodian side, high cliffs, narrow approaches, and ancient staircases. Perfect for surveillance, but risky for attack. From the Thai side, open slopes with modern road access. Ideal for deployment, but exposed to watchful eyes. It's the classic predator-prey paradox. Who has the higher ground? Who has the clearer view? And most importantly, who is more patient? Lions don't chase buffalo across swamps or up steep rocks. Buffalo don't turn their backs in open fields. They both wait for just the right patch of land to tilt the odds in their favor. That's what we see here. Not just two nations staking claims, but two strategies, shaped by the land itself. And while soldiers stay locked in this unspoken duel, nature reminds us, the ground beneath your feet can decide your fate. Part 3, the flinch, when hesitation saves lives. Sometimes, the smartest move is to not move at all. At 1647 on July 21st, a Thai reconnaissance vehicle approached the buffer zone, its tires stirring up dust, just meters from Cambodian infantry. Fingers tightened on triggers. A single misinterpretation could have lit the fuse. But then, nothing. One soldier lowered his rifle. The other didn't speak. Both just paused. And in that pause, war was avoided. It mirrors what happens when a lion gets too close. Its muscles coil. Its eyes fixate on a calf. But then, just as the leap begins, a massive bull steps forward. That half-second flinch? It's not weakness. It's wisdom. Because in both the savannah and the political jungle, the cost of arrogance is too high. You may win the fight, but lose your future. For Thailand and Cambodia, the hesitation wasn't a sign of fear. It was a strategy to buy time, to avoid international outrage, to leave space for diplomacy to breathe. Just like the lion knows, it's better to wait for the herd to split than to dive headfirst into a wall of horns. That pause, that single breath held between chaos and restraint, is often where survival lives. Part 4, the roar and the bluff, when signals speak louder than bullets. A lion doesn't need to strike to dominate. It just needs to stand tall, to let the wind carry its roar, to make sure the herd knows, I'm watching, I'm close, I'm ready. And sometimes, that's enough. July 24th, 2025, Cambodian artillery units were seen repositioning near the Dangrek mountain ridge. From miles away, Thai drones picked up heat signatures. And within minutes, mobile rocket launchers were stationed in mirror formation on the opposite side. No shots fired. No orders given. But both sides heard the same unspoken message. Don't even try. This wasn't aggression. This was performance. This was theater. Staged not for the enemy, but for the world watching from afar. In the wild, when a lion lets out a roar, it echoes for 8 kilometers. It's not just a sound. It's a warning, a declaration, a bluff layered with confidence. Buffalo hear that roar, and they shift. They tighten formation. The bulls circle inward. They don't panic. They respond. And here, in Southeast Asia's rising heat, the nations did the same. Cambodia's bluff? A display of range. Thailand's answer? A posture of readiness. But neither wanted to be the first to test the other's resolve. Because when two apex powers lock eyes, every twitch, every movement, becomes part of the language of war. They're not trying to win battles. They're trying to avoid one, while still saving face. It's a game of signals, symbols, and stares. A dance of dominance without the blood. And like lions pacing along the perimeter of a buffalo herd, they're gauging reaction, more than seeking confrontation. Observers might see this as mere saber rattling. But to those in command, every repositioned unit, every turned turret, is part of a calculated strategy. To push without shoving, to threaten without triggering, to stand 1 inch from the edge, but not 1 step further. It's the fine art of modern deterrence, painted with the brushes of tradition, terrain, and tribal memory. Because when the stakes are this high, posture is power. And the loudest roar might just be silence, wrapped in steel. Part 5, the standoff, fear, calculations, and the cost of pride. Why didn't either side strike first? Because behind every loaded barrel is a spreadsheet. And behind every brave speech is a cold whisper. Can we afford the price? A lion doesn't leap into a buffalo herd without scanning the odds. It calculates. It waits. It fears, not because it's weak, but because it knows that pride without precision can lead to ruin. In the current Thai-Cambodian standoff, this fear wasn't cowardice. It was caution. And caution, when stretched too thin, becomes tension. Satellite images from late July 2025 revealed something rare. Military engineers on both sides working not to advance, but to fortify positions, digging in, not moving forward. That's not the rhythm of invasion. That's the pulse of a standoff. One Thai general reportedly told a journalist off record, "One wrong step, and I'll have to write letters to 500 families. I'm not afraid of battle. I'm afraid of what happens after." And that's the thing. Everyone's brave at the microphone. But true power lies in restraint. Much like the lion, circling a wall of horns, Thailand and Cambodia aren't afraid to fight. They're afraid to fight and lose everything. Because here's what's truly at stake. Not just territory, not just resources, but credibility. And for leaders, credibility is currency. In nature, when a lion miscalculates and gets injured, it doesn't just lose a hunt. It may starve. It may get pushed out by rivals. It may fall from the throne. Nations aren't so different. This standoff, this mutual pause, wasn't born out of peace. It was born out of mutual awareness that winning might be possible, but surviving the consequences? That's another story. So the tank stayed parked. The soldiers stayed quiet. And the world watched. As two modern predators stared each other down. Neither blinking, both breathing fire beneath the surface, but unwilling to be the one who starts the storm. Because in both the jungle and geopolitics, sometimes the boldest move is staying still. Part 6. What nature teaches us about conflict. What if the battlefield wasn't just a place, but a mirror? The standoff between Thailand and Cambodia isn't just a headline. It's a living echo of something far older. The eternal laws of survival. In the wild, buffalo don't chase every threat. They form walls. They wait. They read the terrain and the enemy. And lions? Lions don't roar before thinking. They study. They hesitate. They only strike when the timing is lethal. This isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Just like lions circling a fortified herd, nations test boundaries without crossing them. They send signals without pulling triggers. Because once conflict erupts, no one walks away the same. Nature teaches us, not all strength is loud. Not all stillness is surrender. And sometimes, the one who waits wins more than the one who lunges. So what does this mean for us? It means real power lies not in showing your teeth, but in knowing when not to bite. It means diplomacy isn't boring. It's evolutionary genius. And it reminds us, in a world that praises noise, that silence, well-placed, intentional silence, can shake the ground. From the savannah to Southeast Asia, conflict doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it stares, calculates, and walks away. Because survival is worth more than ego. Part 7. Lessons for us. Plus, tease to next episode, lion surveillance tactics revealed. In the quiet between two armies. In the pause before a lion leaps. There's a moment that decides everything. And in that moment, we see ourselves. We live in a world of instant reactions, tweets, tempers, and territory lines drawn in seconds. But nature whispers a deeper truth. Patience is power. Observation is survival. And sometimes, the smartest move is no move at all. When we look at the buffalo's defensive formation, we're reminded of the strength of unity. That real security isn't about being the biggest, but about standing together. When we study the lion's restraint, we learn that leadership isn't just about attacking. It's about timing, calculation, and discipline. These are not just animal instincts. They are life principles. In your job, your family, your conflicts, ask yourself, am I reacting like a lion driven by impulse? Or responding like a strategist who sees the bigger picture? Because every decision is a battlefield. And wisdom is choosing which ones are worth fighting. Yellow square emoji, but this story isn't over. If you've ever wondered how lions gather intelligence, how they read the wind, study the herd, and map out the terrain long before they pounce, then you won't want to miss our next episode. Right pointing finger emoji, lion surveillance tactics revealed. How the king plans his hunt. It's not just a chase. It's a mind game. And we're going deep inside it. Bullseye emoji, don't forget to subscribe if this wild journey sparks something in you. And drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the smartest decision you ever made by waiting? Because out here, between claws and horns, we find lessons that shape the way we lead, survive, and grow. See you in the next hunt.